Now Etherington. He's got 5. Outside Garrity. Pasco. Etherington outside. For 3. And again, no good by Team Ballers. Pass MP. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul.
That's on Arnaldo Rodriguez.
Team foul. At the line for the high flyers, MP taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. That one misses. Etherington outside. Kicks it to Summers. Rodriguez, the screen. Berkey from long range.
Things have really gone south for him here.
Yeah, he can't buy a bucket. Not easy to shake off a cold streak like this.
On the wing, Brock. MP. It's good for bucket number 9. He's taken 14 attempts.
High percentage hoop, pounding the rock inside.
Well, what a show we've seen so far from MP. He's come out and put on a clinic. He looks head and shoulders above Moore right now.
Well, if there was any fans doubting the impact that MP can make, I doubt they're saying much right now. A great offensive showing from MP so far. He's been terrific.
Bertie's shot is off. Here's the high flyers. Gov outside. Lets it go from the wing. And the high flyers tack on 2 more.
I like when he looks to take these shots. Ben Gov, great touch from the mid-range.
Timeout called here as Team Ballers decide to talk it over.
Well, he just wants to get everyone in sync.
I like the timeout here. Get everyone together, make any necessary adjustments.
Now listed as a plus 600 favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year. He's tied with Miles Garrett. So, Micah, obviously he's an elite player, but he's never let the league get back. Shown to struggle stopping the run. Skip, you made it clear that he's not a Miles Garrett, so Keith, do you think he can run away with Defensive Player of the Year this year?
I don't think he gets the MVP just because when you're that damn good, teams prepare for you. You're going to get the running back chipping you. You're going to get the tight end on your side chipping you. So that's why you don't lead the league in sacks, because there's so much preparation that goes into stopping Micah Parsons. So I think he did.
They're not trying to stop Miles Garrett. You do it.
I mean, they are. They trying to stop those guys too, but you know.
That's his strong suit.
Hey,
the ability to find his way through.
it might be more preparation going to Parsons because he's a generational type. Look at he fucking 250 run 4-3. That's generational type shit, right? Hey, so you got that 12 years old type shit. So, but I mean, I don't think he wins the MVP. I think he definitely has his imprint on every game. And I think it's another DB. DB won it last year. I think the DB wins it again this year. Maybe Xavier McKinney benefits from Parsons. He gets another 8-6. Now, if you do it back-to-back years, they really going to put it on a pedestal this year. So, Xavier McKinney is a guy to keep in mind. That's a damn good safety. And then he'll be the first safety to win it in 15 years since Polamalu. You know what I'm saying? So, keep him in mind. He'll benefit from Parsons. He'll touch the ball just because Parsons getting that pressure, speeding up quarterback slot. And then you got to keep Surtain in the conversation, man. He didn't give up a catch week 1. He went crazy last year, so I think Surtain might enter the conversation and be the ninth player to win it twice, man. Because the older he get, the better he's going to get. And last week, he was clearly the #1 DB in the league. So if he do anything close to last year, you got to give it to him again. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's stay in the DB room this year, man. Shout out to the DBs. A DB going to win it again this year.
Yeah, no, I don't think he runs away with it. I don't think he even wins it. I think that's going to go to Miles Garrett. I like Micah Parsons, but Miles Garrett is just on another level. I mean, he's entering year 9 right now. He looks as good as a rookie. When I was with him in Cleveland, I went back and watched that tape against the Bengals, and I mean, his first step is better than anyone I've ever seen in all the years I've watched football. He looks like, no, he's better than Parsons. Better than Parsons. No, Garrett is, I'm serious, man. At 6'4", 270, I mean, he looks like he's shot out of a cannon when he pressures off the edge. It's so impressive. And he plays, it looks like, it's so effortless. It looks like he's smooth, but he also plays so violent, which is rare. And I go back to that hit he had on Joe Burrow. It was on Twitter where he was all the way outside as a 9 technique on the left, moved all the way to the inside, and Joe Burrow just, and he gets rid of it, but he takes a shot, and he's trying to end his career. Everybody wants to play quarterback, and you want the money, and you want the attention, and you want, all that stuff, and you want the deals and the endorsements until that shit happens. And then you don't want it anymore. I had a flashback right there. I mean, that is a big hit. He's been doing it for a long time. He is the best football player that I've ever seen in person on the defensive side of the ball. Just having physical stuff, and he's smart too. He doesn't get enough credit for the way that he plays the game. He understands concepts. He understands, gap integrity, all those different things. So I like Michael Parsons. I think he's going to be a good player this year. I think he's going to be really good for the Packers, but I think Garrett's defense is going to be this year.
Yeah, I think
What a cool shot there.
Myles Garrett wins it. I mean, the fact that Parsons is just an added piece to his defense. Is going to stop him from winning it when you have someone who's a headliner. Right? When you're talking about Cleveland Browns, no one is coming to see the offense. Right? You're coming to see Myles. So, the fact that their defense spends more time on the field, right, versus, like a 29-28 split. It's about 35 minutes that they're on defense. So he is on the field a lot more than a lot of defensive players. So he's going to rack up numbers and destroy offenses just by himself. So you're going to have to give it to the guy who is the headliner of, the team. No one's going to see Otis. You know what I mean? No one's going to see, Flacco in that offense. Everybody's going to see, what Myles Garrett do. One is an opening act and, one is the headliner. We know who the headliner is.
It's an investment in our families and relationships, and it should last a lifetime. We put these products in our own yards, and we've seen firsthand what happens when we buy cheaper, inferior furniture. And that's why we're so passionate about this, and why we've been providing top-quality furniture since 2007.
These teams really feeding off each other in terms of energy right now.
It must have been some kind of speech at halftime. Both teams they're in good shape here. Shot clock's off, but still enough ticks left on the game clock to run a normal play.
It's a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Bertie.
Akeem. Yeah. Micah Parsons isn't in Myles Garrett's galaxy. Not in his universe. It's the other way around. Technically, same age. Same age? It's kind of the other way around. Same age. Myles Garrett is a force of nature. He is. Against the run and rushing the passer. Myles Garrett controls the line of scrimmage in ways that Micah Parsons never dreamed of controlling the line of scrimmage. Micah can out-quick you, he can outrun you, but he can't out-physical you. I don't care what you say, he can't. Myles Garrett can bull rush or out-quick you. And his closing speed on that sack you described on Burrow, his closing speed up the middle, it looked a lot like Micah's closing speed to me because he just whooshed in. Before, like Burrow thought for a second I can get rid of this football, and he couldn't get rid of the football because he got crushed in an instant. Right in the face mask, he got crushed and just about buried in the turf. It was a bad place to be. It was as big a shot, a legal shot, as you will see on a quarterback in the National Football League. And I do like Pro Football Focus. I think they do a good job. So to give Micah some credit, if I look at the years, I looked at all 4 years, how they ranked Myles Garrett versus Micah Parsons. So in the rookie year, they gave Micah 4th best. The edge rushers, they're just edge rushers. Myles is first. Micah's second year, they lifted him all the way up to second best edge rusher to Myles, number 1. Micah's third year, Myles was still number 1, but Micah held strong at number 2, so I'm going to give you that. And then last year, Micah's last year in Dallas,
And great to have such a dependable finisher.
Myles Garrett actually
got knocked off the pedestal at the top by Aiden Hutchinson. Okay? So he was second, and Micah fell to 6th last year, which is about what he was. He did not have got hurt for, 4 games in the middle of the year, but he didn't have near the kind of impact that he'd even had in the first 3 years. Right. So, again, if I'm going backwards, it's Miles second, first, and first, and Micah 6, 2, 2, and 4. Okay, so my point is, if I look at even this past year, look at who Pro Football Focus ranked above Micah Parsons last year. Aiden Hutchinson, obviously, then Miles, then T.J. Watt, then Nick Bosa, then Khalil Mack, and then came Micah. That's great, okay? Well, that's the kind of impact he didn't have last year.
I mean, but 6 out of 364 edges, I mean, anything.
I gotta, okay, so, he said his rookie year, Michael was where for Garrett was,
and the truth is, that was his best year as a Cowboy, was his rookie year.
Okay.
Before the league figured him out.
Here's what happened. His second year, what did he rank?
Goes to 2.
So at 23 years old, he was second.
Yeah.
Okay. At 24-year-old, he was where again?
2.
Second again. Yeah. And at 25, he was what?
6.
So you're comparing that. You just proved the point.
Exactly. He's better than Miles Garrett.
22, 23, 24. At that age, he's right behind the best, who's 4 years older. You got to factor in all of it. At 4 years older, he is second behind this guy. This guy is a prime player. This guy is still learning how to play, and he's second and second. That shows you how gifted he is.
I would love to see
That's why I said at the same age, at 22 to 25, they're not in the same planet. The one you don't like right now, he's only in the same category with Reggie White. It's just them two. That's how dominant he was.
I can't get fathom.
I know you can't. I know you can't. Reggie White. I know it's hard.
Okay, I'm actually old enough to remember what Reggie White looked like. Like how he played football. He was a pass rushing defensive tackle. He could split out. They could use him all over the place. But he was more of a physical force. He was more of a bull rusher. He was more of put 2 on me and I'll knock them both down and get to your quarterback. So what Micah does is finesse to me. It's all finesse. He can chase down cement shoot Jared Goff on a garbage time chase down blindside sack. That's what he does best. I give you that. But how many of those opportunities are you going to get in a football game? How many chase downs are you going to get where the quarterback leaves the pocket? I was going to say bolt the pocket, but it doesn't work for Jared Goff because he never bolted anything. Okay, so he's chasing down. The stadium's going crazy. It's 4 minutes left in a blowout game, and Jared Goff doesn't hear him coming. It's the easiest sack anybody's ever sacked anybody with. Okay?
What side is he on?
It's mostly the defensive left. But when he got that sack, he was on the defensive right.
Okay. So Daniels is going to be running to him.
Yeah.
So he's going to get about 2 or 3 tonight. Yeah. So Daniels going to take off. Daniels going to try to take off on his natural side, and he's going to be right there. Go back the other way.
I know you don't want to hear this yet, but that looks like a different Micah Parsons.
He did. You look like you've been hearing skip. He looks like you've been hearing skip.
There were a couple times when they Sewell, who's a phenomenal tackle, on the snap, he got in his chest before Sewell could even get his hands out. Yeah. And you say he's a finesse guy, you can't do that if you're on power. He had speed around the edge, he had a bull rush, they played the run game, and he outside zones right at his ass. On 2nd and goal, moving in, outside arm strong, push the Sewell back, lots of 6 yards. Boom. And no one can get around that. He didn't see that in Dallas. Consistently. Now, I know the argument is he's got to do it for 16 weeks, he's got to do it in the playoffs. I'm going off of what he's done in 1 game as a Green Bay Packer, and that looks like a pissed off, motivated, happy to be where he's at. Micah Parsons. It looks different.
Comments, good. If somebody say you can't do this, guys like Michael Parsons, they rise to the occasion.
Or they get in their heads.
One time he rose to the occasion. It's the first time in his career he's risen to the occasion.
See how you better run the night.
Maybe he's the one-hit wonder. Four-year wonder.
We got about 4.5 hours. We'll see tonight.
Gil, explain to me, how do you have 1 sack in 4 playoff games and you're a 4-year wonder? Help me. I need
because they're running away. Just like a kid when they're running away from them all week. This offense has been talking about Cody, you know. Yeah, Parsons. We can't let Parsons wreck the game. They didn't let him wreck the game.
Three things you do when you have a guy like Parsons, like Myles Garrett, like T.J. Watt. Shift with the tight ends, the running back. Take him out of the pass rush. Get him off of his rhythm. The next thing you do is you go quick game. Make him frustrated. We're not going to go 5 and 7 step and throw the ball down the field and hit him. We run at him in double. We're going to go quick game. Then you run at him. And then the last thing is, as a quarterback, I know where he's at every single play. I know when he's right. I know when he's left. My internal clock. He gets the ball out quicker. And if 1-2's not there, I'm not going to look around and panic. I'm going to throw it away, make him frustrated that he can't get home, go get on his tablet on the sideline, figure out what works, and then make adjustments going forward. You take him out of the game plan in those playoff games, in those
big games. That's what they do. That's how they do to do the bond. They try to take him out, bro. They got to try to take him out.
Did they take Reggie White out of games? Did they take Lawrence Taylor out of games? Charles Haley out of games? I want to know.
They go through the history. Early in his career, they took Bond out of the game.
Did Cam Newton take Bond out of the game?
But that's year 5 for Bond. That's a veteran Bond. That's a different guy. That's
Today I'm going to show you how I recover.
Step 1, let's get sweaty in the sauna. I'll sit here for about 20 minutes. It's getting hot here, baby.
Time for the cold plunge and some contrast therapy. Contrast therapy is simple, it works wonders for me, and it's way easier to stick when it's right at home.
Step 2, cold exposure. Get in that bad boy. Holy crap. Key tip, focus on your breathing, and just know that the pain is going to go away soon. Also, yelling does help. I stayed here for about 2-3 minutes, get that core temperature down, really feel it after the sauna. If you really want to increase the amount of blood flow in your body in recovery, contrast therapy, going from hot to cold, is one of the best ways to move that blood circulation, get rid of inflammation. Get all these benefits of the pod company, guys. Easy to build, quick setup, nice assembly, with some top quality. And within 10 minutes, I'm hitting the sauna and hitting the cold plunge, all at home.
If you want to bounce back faster, check the contrast therapy bundle at podcompany.com.
You get better, Skip. We already talked about that.
A big point of this too is when you have one guy that can rush like Michael Parsons, like, all right, you got 2.
We had D World on the other side.
Yeah.
So they got to worry about everything.
You got 2 dogs on that deep. The game plan that week for offense is like, pick your poison. Who you getting? You going blind side? You going front side? It's tough. He has that now in Green Bay. I really feel like he's going to get complimentary football on the other side. And I think his numbers, I think we're going to see the best Michael Parsons we've seen so far.
I would challenge you, because you're a film studier, go put in the tape of Green Bay at Dallas playoff game 2 years ago, the last playoff game the Cowboys played.
Who was the other hand? Who was the hand on the opposite side?
I'm coming back to Thursday.
Who started edge on the opposite side of Parsons that game? We still don't know, Skip.
Dorrance Armstrong.
That's my KU. That's my little bro.
I know. He's your KU guy.
He was a baby then. He's a different player than he is right now. And with the Commanders, he's a different player.
Okay.
He's now paid.
Okay. Who's Myles Garrett's bookend defensive end? You know, his pass rush on the other side. You don't know. It's that Isaiah McGuire, and he may be pretty good. He had a pretty good year last year, but. They got Mason Graham for him, the kid from Michigan. He's legit. He's legit. Okay, but the rest of the line, I give you the rest of the defense starting with Denzel, but I don't know that it's a dominating defensive line like Micah just joined. Okay, so degree of difficulty is much higher for Myles Garrett than it is for Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons he's on easy street now in Green Bay.
I agree. I think Myles Garrett to win.
But that's what you go and you say what he didn't do in the playoffs, but his team made the playoffs with nobody on the other side, and the Browns won 3 games with nobody on the other side.
We don't know what
Myles Garrett is. You know what I mean? So if he's good, he's good enough to get his team in the playoffs.
I got you.
If they fell in the playoffs, they fell in the playoffs, but I'm pretty sure
a problem. if Micah Parsons is generational impact, not talent, but impact, then what does he do against Green Bay when you're favored by 7 at home as the 2 seed against the 7 seed? Don't you wreak some havoc? Don't you wreck some of the game?
All right.
He put up zeros across. He goose egg.
Well, we don't know what Myles Garrett is doing in the playoffs because he's never in the goddamn playoffs. His game is not translating to Cleveland winning games. It's just that. Now, I look at Myles Garrett first 4 years in the league, is 7 sacks, 13.5, 10, and 12. I'm taking Parsons over that shit.
Seriously?
Bro,
I don't believe you think that.
I'm taking Parsons first 4 years versus Myles Garrett first 4 years. I'm taking Parsons.
Okay, so if you got
13.5, 10, 12.
Okay, you're playing on a defense in your prime, at your peak of your career.
Right.
If you could have Myles Garrett at his best versus Micah at his best on your defense, you're picking Micah.
But we haven't seen Parsons' best yet. He's just now entering that prime, that 5th year, 6th year. That's when, look, his 5th year, 6th year, 7th year, 8th year, 16, 16, 14, 14. That's the Myles Garrett we're talking about. We haven't seen that Parsons yet. He's just now getting to that part of his career. It's a new team. It's a new situation, and we just now getting to that part of his career.
Okay, even against Detroit the other day, he had no stats until that sack. He had no hits on the quarterback, with no pass on the interception.
He was playing the run game.
He played what, 29
And his thumb was all over that game.
There was. I'm telling you right now, that interception was to Evan Williams was 100% on Micah Parsons.
Easy.
Because if I'm Jared Goff, I would have set.
I put 100% on Jared Goff. 94 Jared Goose, as I call it.
As Micah Parsons being connected to
doing JD like that.
If I'm Goff, I'm going through the not there, boom, but he had to get it out. Jared Goose caused that interception. 100%.
Okay, well, back to the question. So 80% of the chat said Micah Parsons is not going to win Defensive Player of the Year. I feel like you guys are kind of on that wavelength as well. But let's go to...
I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
You said the Dallas Cowboys Green Bay game?
Yeah.
They gave up 48 points?
Yeah. 48-32. But it was 27-0 before halftime. Green Bay. 27-0.
Because you're not saying that the reason that they were scoring so fast is because Dak was turning the ball over. They throwing picks. And what was the stat, yo? He had 2 turnovers. I mean, he did good as an individual.
In the first half.
But you're doing this in the first half where they scored 21 points.
Okay, remember, Dak in the fourth quarter threw for like 220 yards in the fourth quarter of pure garbage time.
Yeah. So the offense played so bad that it put so much pressure on the defense.
Yeah, but
I knew you were pretty bad.
I knew you were I need to know it was 27-0 before halftime. Micah had to have some responsibility for allowing 27 points before halftime.
I'm like Charles the fourth quarter. I'm going to find the information. I'm going to find out.
It's 2 interceptions by the offense, 2 turnovers in that 27-0 as well.
Okay, let's look at Micah's old team because the whole world is...
Bang, bang, yeah. Bang, get the style of this shit go boom.
Yo, match up on that Pete.
Thank you.